In the early 1900s, New Orleans was considered a very liberal city. However, in the 1890s, Jim Crow came to New Orleans. One monumental case was Plessy versus Ferguson. Omar Plessy appeared to be Caucasian. On the train, he was not considered African American until he identified himself as such. After that, he was told to either relocate to the correct seating area or get off the train. In 1896, the case Plessy versus Ferguson allowed for the legalization of segregation under the terms that the accommodations be separate but equal. This law allowed each state to make their laws accordingly. 2 years later, another law allowed states to disqualify African Americans from voting. This caused a severe drop in the African American voters, especially in Louisiana, where they dropped from 130,000 to just 5,000 votes. As their rights and liberties were being stripped away, African Americans found a great means of expression through music. Jazz music changed the way music was written and performed. It challenged and broke down the barriers between African Americans and white communities, and the notion that African American people were inferior. Historically, African Americans had wrongly been identified as inferior and savage. Racism and ignorant fear made people blind to African Americans' talents, education, and skills. This fear was amplified through images and advertising. To help ease the fear and tension in society, Booker T. Washington tried to convince African Americans to work within the system and just drop the issue of civil rights. He gained favor within the community for his approaches to making a business person out of an African American. Many people tried to follow this example and work on developing a life skill that would enable them to get a job and find their place within society. Women even began to specialize in high school and would graduate with a special honor on their diploma. However, W.E.B. Du Bois rejected Washington's ideas because even as they were working within the